What's going on here? Back at you with another stream. This time to talk about the upcoming college football season, which technically starts this week with some walkover games for USC and Notre Dame. Again, respectfully, again, San Jose State and Notre and Navy. The Navy football football team. Now let's pretend those games aren't gonna happen. Let's turn to next week when the actual college football season starts, and it starts on Thursday with the Battle of the Carolinas. South Carolina versus North Carolina. That's gonna be a very interesting game. Then we have, well, the game on Labor Day is going to be LSU versus Florida State. Two top 10 ranked teams playing each other in week one. So that's going to be exciting. There's some other games that I can't remember at this time next week that I also am very excited. But I'm here to talk predictions for college football this season before it turns into a two-conference league with Texas and Oklahoma moving to the SEC, and basically every team from the Pac-12 except for Washington State, Stanford, and Cal moving to the Big 12. Those teams moving are USC, UCLA, Washington, Oregon, Colorado, I believe Arizona, and Arizona State, and the only teams looking for a place to go are Cal, Stanford. Oh, I'm sorry. Utah is going to, if I'm not mistaken. I almost forgot about Utah. But Utah is going to the Big 12, which is basically now the Big 16, 17, 18. Basically every big name team is either going to be in the SEC or the Big 12, which is going to have to rename itself to the Big 18 at this point. Because after this season, Oklahoma and Texas moved to the SEC. So, yeah, things are hectic in college football with all this realignment. Crazy realignment. But let's talk about this season. What we can and what I expect. I expect while LSU is highly ranked, they were highly ranked 2 years ago, and they lost 3 out of their 4 early games in the season. Unfortunately for LSU fans, I hate to, I hate to say it, but I expect the same thing for the LSU Tigers because I don't trust their quarterback, who is a second-year transfer from Arizona State. And I just don't trust them in big games because I've got to witness him in big games. As a freshman and sophomore, sorry about the echo, when he played against USC. Now, here's how I expect the SEC to learn. I expect it to be in the SEC East. I love it being Alabama, Ole Miss, LSU, Auburn, and everyone else follows suit in the SEC West. I expect it to be Georgia at the top, per usual. Florida, uh, Kentucky, no, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, then Kentucky, and oh, a good trap game for Alabama will be against South Carolina, because South Carolina defense is for real with their coach, whose name escapes me at the moment. I apologize for that. I believe it's not Limhort's son. Maybe it is. Maybe it is just Skip Holtz. Somebody correct me in the comments section. Now in the Big Ten, I expect Michigan and Ohio State to fight for the Big Ten championship. Behind them, excuse me, I expect Penn State and Maryland to be on their heels. Even with Tua Tagovailoa better as their quarterback, that defense again is for real. And defense is key to having a good football team. I wish I could say Illinois, but they're going to be missing some key defensive starters, and specifically Tyreek Witherspoon, who got drafted by the Seahawks, and safety Sidney Brown, who got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, and his brother got drafted by the Detroit Lions, and he is a running back, or he was a running back for Illinois. He is now another running back for the Eagles, because the Eagles have about 40 running backs on their team. That's sarcasm, folks. Just being sarcastic. Now let's move to the Big 12, or what's still known as the Big 12 for now, with Texas, Oklahoma, and of course everyone else living at their heroes. In this one, I'm going to pick Oklahoma to win that division because their quarterback is more steady next to Texas, was juggling two quarterbacks in Quinn Ewers. Easy for me to say. And Arch Manning, nephew of Peyton and Eli Manning. So as long as they're juggling between those two, I can honestly say I perceive Oklahoma to win that division. And Baylor is a close third behind that because I don't trust Oklahoma State because their coach always chokes. Something Van Gundy. I almost call him Mike Van Gundy, but that's not it. No, man. Shout out to Mike Van Gundy and Jeff Van Gundy. They're basketball coaches who have nothing to do with college football. But something Van Gundy. I can't. Let me look that up real quick. After I share this on social media. Sorry about this, folks. Give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay. Now that that's done, let's move on and talk about the top 12. Obviously, I'm going to say I like USC, the school is 5 minutes from where I live, 10 minutes with traffic, 12 minutes if you're going by not train, but metro. And yes, there is a metro station in LA that goes all the way from the USC school to Santa Monica Beach. So shout out to that Metro Rail. Easy for me to speak English today. I sound like mush mouth. I apologize. And I would apologize for my dogs, but there's nothing I can do about them except call Michael Vick. That's a joke, you two. That's a joke. Now, teams that could sneak past the USC are, well, people who are Seahawks fans would want me to say the University of Washington, and I can tell you, yesterday I would have said that, but they lost their starting running back for the rest of this season in a drill injury. That time, terrible timing for the Huskies, who are ranked number 10 in the top 10 of the U8 of the Associated Press. Four, easy for me to say. Don't know why I can't speak English today. Again, I apologize for that. Other teams that can beat USC, obviously Utah. They've beaten us 3 times in the past 2 years. God give me strength when it comes to us playing Utah this year. That's all I can say is God give me strength when I stream those games. Obviously, I have to talk about Colorado because of Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders. I don't think they will do as good as they've done it at Jackson State in the SWAC, because this is a different level of competition, but I don't see them coming in last. I see them coming in, let's say 9th or 10th behind, or in front of, I should say, Stanford, Cal, and Oregon State, because I don't believe in Oregon State because of their quarterback, DJ. I can't pronounce his last name. I just kind of DJU to be safe, because it's a hard name to pronounce, not because I can't talk straight today. Well, that too, but it's still a hard name to pronounce. Look it up. DJ Umaga. Lately, I did my best to try to pronounce that name. I try my best, but I don't think Oregon State will be good because of him. Because I don't trust him as a quarterback, because I saw him play at the University of Clemson where he got benched twice as early 3 times. I think it was 3 times last year. So what makes me think he can hold the job at, or keep the job at Oregon State? Let's talk about the University of Oregon. I trust their quarterback, Bo Nix, more than most people because I saw Bo Nix play against Alabama, and it's not their fault. It's not his fault they lost to Alabama. It's his sophomore year. It was the defense's fault they lost to Alabama. Bo Nix actually played well, in my opinion. But what do I know? Jack, just a guy. I'm just a guy in a wheelchair. Just a guy sports. So yeah, don't claim to know it all, but I trust the Oregon quarterback will make more than most people. I already talked about Utah. Arizona State could create. Who am I kidding? Arizona State isn't gonna be a problem for anyone. If Arizona State becomes a problem, I will get an Arizona State jersey this year, sometime, sometime this year. But I just don't see it happening. They've lost too many players to transfer, and yes, that includes the quarterback. I don't trust the LSU. I still don't trust that quarterback. Let's move over to the ACC. Clemson and Notre Dame. It's a two-team fight. Florida State, I don't trust. Why? Somebody take a guess. Starts with Q, ends with K. Guy who throws the ball or makes the decision with the ball. Quarterback. Do not trust him. Do not trust him more. As far as I can throw him, and this quarterback is skinny, so I can throw him far. But doesn't mean I trust him. The University of Miami has been a mess for what, going on 20 years? No offense. Shout out to my guy. Whoa, what just up? Shout out to my guy. Live wire, man. Miami's been, the University of Miami has been a mess for a while. time. I don't see that getting fixed this season. Clemson has the white version of Russell Wilson, and Notre Dame has a great defense and a great coach behind them. A sleeper team is North Carolina with their very good quarterback, Derek May, but they're leaking. They have too many holes on the defensive side of the ball, and that is going to sink their ship quicker than the Titanic. Now, who are the 4 teams I see playing in the college football playoff? Georgia, Michigan, oh, Ohio State. As badly as I want to see and say USC in the college football playoff, the same thing I just said about North Carolina and too many holes in that defense, sinking that ship. I see the same thing for USC, unfortunately. So if I had to pick a team out of the top 12, I'm going to pick the team that always beats USC, and that is Utah. By the way, Utah needs to get a better name. The Utah Utes? That's just taking the AH out of Utah and putting ES. What the heck is a Ute? Let me timestamp that so I can clip it and alright. I said that alright. 28 minutes, good to know. But yeah, what the heck is a Ute in Utah? UTEOS, what the heck is a Ute? Somebody let me know. Let me know. No. But yeah. If there aren't a lot of upsets in college football this season, I'll be shocked. If Alabama does not get upset once, I will be shocked. If Georgia doesn't get beat once in the regular season, I will be shocked. Georgia is not as tough as it was last season where you had four number one, four number one, four number one round pick, all on the same starting defensive unit, not even including the secondary, because their first secondary player went early in the second round, and in my opinion, that's as good as a first round pick. But yeah, again, what do I know? I'm just a guy in a wheelchair. Now, who do I expect to win the Heisman? It's between four players, all quarterbacks. First off, Caleb Williams from USC. Second, Quinn Ewers out of Texas. Third, Derek May out of North Carolina. And my fourth, this guy is a sleeper, the quarterback from Clemson, whose name escapes me at the moment. I have time, so I'll look it up real quick. Just so people don't think, oh, you don't even know who you're talking about. So let me get this young man's name. I should have looked it up beforehand, but I got stuck watching something. I apologize for that. Um, uh, Cade, I can't fin- no one I can't remember his last name. I can't pronounce it. Klubnik? 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 I'll go with Klubnik. He is my sleeper pick for the Heisman Trophy. Just because if Clemson goes on a run, they'll be looking to push the quarterback of that team. It's happened before with Mark Brian, who lost, then went to Missouri, lost some more, and don't ask me where he is now. Because I don't think anybody outside his immediate family knows where he is now, unfortunately. Did I say lost Brian? I meant Kelly. Kelly, right? My bad. And with that being said, until the next one, God first, God bless, stay safe. Yeah. And until the next one, I'm out of here. Peace. Love you all. Shout out to the family who supports all God. Deuces.